if I'm on to
Hello, my name is MLivingston. My project is on mechanical engineering and its effect on the workforce. I was first interested in engineering ever since I was young. I've always enjoyed taking things apart and rebuilding them, and learning how to build things from scratch. I forget the picture on here, but I actually first started when I was 3, when my dad was building our house, where he actually let me come and, while it's a minuscule task, hammering a few nails, helped hold boards in place for him. But ever since then, I've enjoyed building things or taking part in rebuilding. Also, another thing that has influenced me was last year, I had originally planned on studying accounting, and I don't know why, I've always enjoyed math, so I figured that would be something I would be good at. But then I took the online engineering class through UVA last year, and while unfortunately we didn't learn as much as we were hoping we would in that class, one of the textbooks that we used actually discussed ways to use materials in a way that when recycled would actually improve their quality rather than degrade them. And ever since then, I've decided that's what I want to do. I want to focus on material sciences engineering, which is figuring out ways to create a product without degrading its quality in the long run. My code of quality, actually, I have 2. This is the one I like the most. It's engineering stimulates the mind. Kids get bored easily. They have to get out and get their hands dirty, whether it's make things, dismantle things, or even fix things. But when the schools can offer that, you'll have an engineer for life. I agree. Even since kindergarten, I've been building things, whether it was back then with Legos or now in my internship, actually being able to do hands-on experience with robotics and pneumatics. It's always fascinating to me. My research is focused around the question: are robots the better choice in fulfilling the dull, monotonous jobs in manufacturing, or humans? I found out that while there are about 2 to 2.5 million robots in the manufacturing industry, and ever since they started, we've actually gained 8 to 10 million jobs, whether it be people designing the robots, the ones selling the robots, installing them, or programming them. And you have all these different job fields. While you may lose a job here and there to robots, you'll actually gain anywhere from 1 to 4 jobs for every 1 person that's displaced. My internship is served with Tom Myrick, Brandon's dad, at his company, Bear Mechanisms. With him, we worked with Tom Daughtry at TKL Products Incorporated, where they design and make guitar cases and other musical instrument cases for companies like Gibson. And you can see here's a shop that he owns himself. I've served multiple times with him, actually getting to help design and actually build the product itself. My community service was with my church, Mount Miller Baptist Church out in Columbia, Virginia. While at first I was discouraged because there's not a lot you can do for engineering as a community service project without spending hundreds, even thousands of dollars. But in the long run, I was able to find a way to do something with the same idea in mind, but on a much simpler side of it. My dad and I built 2 seesaws for my church, which they were desperately needing for the kids. It took a lot of work, and we had to make sure the utilities weren't in the way and find the proper way to build and place them without, because you can't build something where there's gravity, so we had to make sure there wasn't anything there that could inhibit the project from going on. The legacy for it will be that it's something that the kids can use for the next 5 to 10 years, depending on how much it's used and how it's treated when it's being used. It's very sturdy Tennessee solid, and it's the kids have already started enjoying it since we put them in just over a week One of the significance of my project is that in the internship, by doing what we did, we've actually increased the production at the company, and it also helped with worker safety. The workers were lifting 60 to 70 pound lids to boxes 100 plus times a day, which was putting a strain on their back, and a lot of the workers were complaining about that. So we using a pneumatic arm system to open and close boxes for them. And ever since they got them about a week or two ago, they've already asked, he's planning on asking Mr. Meyer if we could automate all the other boxes, because it's already helped his workers so much. In the community service aspect, my church was going to need the seesaws, and they were already planning on buying them. But when I offered to do it for them with no charge to them, I saved them just over $500 that they would have had to spend on their own, which they can now use for paying off the new building that we got several years ago. And also, it's like I said, they've been needing it for a while because the old one was not safe and was very rusty, and some people had already been hurt using it. So it was something I felt I could do to help them. I learned several things about myself. One, when it's something I enjoy, like engineering, building things, I tend to stay very focused and persistent. I'm persistent because if it's something I want to be done, I stay with it and I make sure I can finish it. If there's problems down the road, I don't get discouraged near as easily if it's something I'm not interested in. And I'll make sure that in the long run I can accomplish the goal. I've also learned that I'm a good salesman. Ever since I was young, I've been a good salesman, but now I realize just how good I am, because in the beginning I couldn't get donations from businesses, but then I drafted a letter and actually went in a nice suit and everything and talked to the managers and sales in person rather than by letter. I actually was able to get donations that covered about a quarter of what the cost was for me to be able to materials for the project. If I were to do this project again, I would focus on the time aspect. I'm sure everyone else has said it, but it's the most important thing. I didn't start in the summer, which I could have, but I didn't, and it hurt me in the long run because now I've had so much time picking up doing that in community service that I've had very little time for anything else. So I would definitely make sure I started and did that early. Advice for you guys as you're coming in, several things. One, your weekly journals, do them weekly. Some of us didn't do them weekly, but we try to fit in 2 or 3 every other week, and it didn't work because we still didn't get some of us didn't get them done on time. Not to name names, I was one of them. But like I said, I would start the internship in community service as early as possible to get that part out of the way so you can focus on your research and preparing for your presentations. You see what we've been working with TKL products. The boxes themselves, we use pneumatic arms. I don't have a final product yet. I haven't been able to see them since Mr. Meyer finished the more complicated part that I didn't know how to do and gave them to Mr. Daughtry. But I'm supposed to be visiting either today or Thursday to see the final product. Community service, we had a lot of materials to work with, and took some ingenuity because it was very hard to find the best way to build it with the minimal impact. The actual day itself, we spent 9 hours working on it, and our final product, as you can see here, the church, they actually had an event going on that day, and they came out and inspected it, and they instant approval. Next year, I'm going to JMU to major in engineering. I'm looking forward to the project-based curriculum. It's hands-on, which is the way I learn best, and it's what I'm looking forward to. Any questions?
How important is math in either your internship or your service or both?
very important because for the internship part, there was a lot of math and how to torque and everything we need to figure out for the pneumatics. There's a lot of work I worked with Brandon's dad a lot doing that. That took a lot of time. Figuring out the math, how the design, which itself is math, and then the community service math is material, how much we need, how much it's going to cost, find the best way to make the material, adjust them so that our needs.
So one particular math class you can point to that you used most?
Basic algebra. If the farther you get away from it, the harder it is to remember. Some of them, the more basic stuff, you just forget about. You focus on the higher level. And definitely hurt a little bit there. So I had to reduce a little bit of it. But in the end,
Mark, where'd you get your statistics on the job? Lives versus jobs.
Several studies, one by Metro Martech, that they did. I can't remember the exact details of it. I have it some details in my paper, but they did a survey and did multiple studies throughout the manufacturing industry and found out how robotics has influenced and affected the manufacturing industry. Questions?